some we're not supposed to. And so that's what we're shooting to do.
The defense gave up against Alabama State an 80-yard touchdown drive, the first possession, and after that, just held them to field goal for the rest of the game. How nice is that to see, a young defense rebound like that, especially?
I think it was the second possession because we got the interception on the first possession. But they were moving on the first one. You're right. You're right. No, I mean, I'll be honest with you. It really concerned me the way they came out and moved the ball down the field on us. And, thank goodness we did get the interception on the first drive and were able to, convert a touchdown off of it. But then, like you said, they came right back down. I wished I could give you an answer why. We did get settled down, as the game went on, and played a little better in the secondary. We're still playing, we're starting 2 true freshmen in the secondary, playing another redshirt freshman. We're starting a true freshman at linebacker, a true freshman defensive lineman, and 3 or 4 other true freshmen are playing in the 2-deep rotation on defense. So we're still young over there, and obviously we're going into our 5th ball game, so we need to grow up. But we need to grow up in a hurry because Saturday against South Carolina is going to be a tremendous challenge for them because they're going to throw the football, and we all know that. Yeah, I think that's a good point. I really do. I think it would be good to come off the win against Alabama State with some momentum going into Memphis, but we go to South Carolina and win that ball game, it'd be even better. Yeah, I think they did. I think they played to the end. That's something we emphasized at halftime is we wanted to finish the game, and we had played some other games where we were decent in the first half or did some good things in the first half and didn't come back the second half and finish and win. I think we did. The thing we got to do better as a football team, offensively and defensively, is play faster. I mean, even when we bring the blitzes and the pressures from a defensive standpoint, we're late getting there. I mean, we got people coming, scot-free, and we don't. I mean, we've got some sacks, but we just need to play faster. Again, that comes with confidence. That comes with maturity, and you don't have the luxury of waiting a year. We need to mature right now. Well, Rashad, I think, has definitely gotten better this year. As you know, he was our running back last year. We moved him to receiver, and I expressed some concerns about his running ability inside the box. I really think the best thing to happen to Rashad is competition. I think the fact that we had Aaron Johns, we got Justin Brooks, Jim Mitchell, and Rashad had to earn his spot last year. He didn't have to earn a spot. We didn't have anybody else. I think that's really the competition has helped Rashad, along with Justin Brooks also. And then, of course, Aaron John, when he gets well, he'll give us another guy that I think the competition has helped him tremendously. I thought the short game was somewhat better. They still hit a couple of quick screens and quick throws out there that and completed. One of them, Marquise, missed a tackle on, and we got to do better with that. But I do think we were somewhat better in that area, the route, the area that we got to do better on improving last Saturday is the corner route. And the corner route is probably Coach Spurrier's favorite route, so I'm sure we'll get tested on that. I think they'll change. I mean, my opinion, they're going to do what they're going to do. He's probably the most athletic of the 3, but I don't think it'll change what they do, no.
And with their running back is supposedly out, is suspended this game, I guess, the Davis kid.
Well, that's good news.
From what you've seen of the guys behind him, did they change?
I'll be honest with you, I haven't thought past him, to be honest with you. I didn't know he was suspended. I guess it's 2 things. I guess it's good for us and shows you they don't respect us very much if they're not going to play him. What is he suspended for?
It's some before the season. They picked the game, apparently.
They picked the game. That's good to know.
How does that give you a little chip that?
Yeah. I mean, I didn't know that. I appreciate Steve sharing that with me.
I do what I can.
You got any other good news?
Yeah, I'll work on it.
But does that change now? Does that make you guys go, all right, well now?
Yeah, that definitely ought to send a message as to what they think and how they think. So that's good. Well, I remember when we were at Auburn and he first came into the league, and really, he was so far ahead of everybody else as far as throwing the football. People didn't know how to defend it. You know, he, in my opinion, he dominated the SEC for the first 4 or 5 years that, you know, he was at Florida. And of course, they had good football players, but they did a very good job. Then slowly people caught up with him, you know, and not only as far as offensively how to throw the ball, but how to defend it. I mean, I think, you know, over time. And then the last time, you know, at Alabama, we played them, I guess it was my second year there, and they waxed us pretty good. And then the next time we played them, the fourth year I was there, we went down and beat them in the Swamp, which was a, you know, hadn't been done, and it broke some kind of record. Some kind of streak, I don't really remember. But then, you know, we turned around and played them later on in the SEC championship game and beat them pretty good. And then once we got to Georgia, he was just there 1 year. In Florida, you know, they beat us and they had a better football team. That was the first year we were at Georgia. And then in South Carolina, you know, he came in there and he got them rolling pretty good. So he's a guy that obviously demands, and rightfully so, a lot of respect. I think he's done an excellent job wherever he's coached, and you know, I'm sure he'll have his team ready to play Saturday.
Any other questions for Coach?
Finally, Coach, you guys are riding high this week. Everybody's relatively happy, probably going to be a good week of practice. Will your players be able to find the humor in playing a team with a quarterback named Smelly and a kicker named Suckup? I mean, is there gonna be anything in there?
Well, you know, we probably won't talk about that very much as the week goes on. We're more worried about the corner routes and who's playing tailback and that type of thing. But you know, I'm sure they'll find some humor. Jeffrey Anderson found humor in a lot of things.